Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Ashtatrashta Shri Srimad Abhay Charan Bhakti Vedanta Samprabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki Nama Acharya Shridas Thakur ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Radha Kund Shama Kund Giri Govardhan ki Vrindavan Dham ki Mayapur Dham ki Ganga Mai ki Yamuna Mai ki Tulsi Devi ki Bhakti Devi ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Jainitai Gaur Paramanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 14 and Text 36. Sanaha prasīdatāṁ bhāmo bhagavān urv-anugrahaḥ vyādhasyāpy anukampyānāṁ strīṇāṁ devaḥ satī-patiḥ sanah prasīdatāṁ bhāmo bhagavān urv-anugrahaḥ vyādhasyāpy anukampyānām strīṇām devaḥ satī-patiḥ sanah prasīdatāṁ bhāmo bhagavān urv-anugrahaḥ vyādhasyāpy anukampyānām strīṇām devaḥ satī-patiḥ sanah prasīdatāṁ bhāmo bhagavān urv-anugrahaḥ vyādhasyāpy anukampyānām strīṇām devaḥ satī-patiḥ Mataji? Saha, he, naha, with us, prasīdatāṁ, be pleased, bhāmaḥ, brother-in-law, bhagavān, the personality of all opulences, uru, very great, anugrahaḥ, merciful, vyādhasya, of the hunter, apī, also, anukampyānām, of the objects of mercy, strīṇām, of the woman, devaḥ, the worshipable Lord, satī-patiḥ, the husband of Sati, the chaste. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Let him be pleased with us, since he is my brother-in-law, the husband of my sister Sati. He is also the worshipable Lord of all women. He is the personality of all opulences and can show mercy towards women who are excused even by the uncivilized hunters. Purport. Lord Śiva is the husband of Sati, one of the sisters of Diti. Diti invoked the pleasure of her sister Sati so that Sati would request her husband to excuse her. Besides that, Lord Śiva is the worshipable Lord of all women. He is naturally very kind towards women, one whom even the uncivilized hunters also show their mercy. Since Lord Śiva is himself associated with women, he knows very well their defective nature, and he may not take very seriously Diti's unavoidable offense, which occurs due to her faulty nature. Every virgin girl is supposed to be a devotee of Lord Śiva. Diti remembered her childhood worship of Lord Śiva and begged his mercy. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Do they speak English? Hare Krishna. So, it's very, very important topic, even though it may look a bit mundane. We are talking about just mundane attachments. Later on in the next canto, Srila Prabhupada, Bhagavatam talks, and Srila Prabhupada gives purport of King Puranjana, which is even more graphic explanation of our attachments. I have even heard some devotees saying, oh, that should not be in Bhagavatam, it's just too much. But not. These are very important things. Because it actually shows us our weaknesses, shows us then what we are dealing with. Whether we acknowledge it or not, that's up to us, but we are all conditioned, and we are here to get rid of the conditioning. So that's the attempt, that's what we are trying. So first, we need to recognize, we need to find the sambandha. We need to recognize, then, okay, who am I? What is my condition? Then, who is Krishna? And what is my relationship with him? And how can I please him? What is the way? We need to find the abhidheya. We need to find what is actually the process of devotional service. And why do we want to do? Okay. Should I put it in the mouth? Is okay? Yeah, all right. Sorry. Put it higher? Okay, okay. Haribol. So, So yeah, then we need to know, then why are we doing all this? Why are we reading Bhagavatam? Why are we trying to apply Bhagavatam in our life? No, what is the goal? What is the prayojana? We say Krishna Prema. But what is Krishna Prema? What actually we are trying to achieve? So we try to realize, then what is my relationship with Krishna? And how can I serve him to please him? So then Krishna Prema is to please the Lord. But because of our conditioning, even though we may have intention to please, but many times we don't. And now it's not necessarily always intentional, but it happens. So we make mistakes. And then what happens? Then we need to correct ourselves. Right? So then, for that, Krishna has arranged such a wonderful way as karma. Now, what is karma? Everybody is afraid of karma because, well, good karma, it's automatically, okay, I deserve it. I'm so good, I deserve. But bad karma, when it comes, oh, no, I don't want. No, I will put many yantras, I will put this there just to eliminate bad karma. But what is actually karma? Karma is not something to be afraid of. Karma is a teaching tool. It's education. We are doing something good and we get reward. we do something bad, then we get a lesson not to do the bad thing again. Just like we teach an animal. Animal does something good, you give him something to eat. He will continue doing good. If he does something bad, no, you hit him, whatever. And then he will learn not to do it again. And eventually then he keeps doing the good things, avoid doing the bad things. We are doing the same thing, just a little bit more sophisticated way. So, Mahamaya is there to teach us. So now, Diti, okay, she's doing something wrong, but it's not entirely wrong. She's not trying to just enjoy sex. She wants to have a child. But it's just at the wrong time, and then because she really wants, then it's going to have bad result. But the bad result is for us to learn not to do it again. So karma, that when a bad karma comes, we should take it, well, okay, what did I do? What is there for me to learn from this? What should I correct? And when I correct, then there is no need for the karma again to continue or to come again. It's about the consciousness, it's about the mentality. So, when somebody does something wrong and then, oh, please forgive me, no, I will not do it again. But if it's external, even though he may get, okay, I'll forgive you, again it will come. The bad karma will come to him. Why? Because the mentality is there, and now he needs to learn. It's like a child, no, he did not learn how to read. Then he is asked to read. Okay, he doesn't know, so you don't know how to read. Oh, please forgive me that I don't know how to read. No, okay, you are forgiven. And if he is not going to learn to read, he will never know how to read. He needs to get to learn to read. So then, if we want the karma to not to come, we need to change the mentality, because Krishna, he knows, he is Paramatma. So he knows our mentality. He doesn't care what we say. He knows our intentions. He knows our consciousness. So if we fix our consciousness, then the bad karma will not come. There is no need for it. We have learned our lesson without getting the lesson. There is one very illustrative story. Maybe you have heard it. It's about a boy who, it was a long time ago, and now a boy, he comes to a teacher, to Gurukul, to study. And he was very good student. He was very attentive. And at that time, well, the teacher, now he was living there with his wife, and they had a few students, like their own sons, and it was very informal relationship, like a family. So, but the other students, they did not like this one, because he was getting too much attention from the teacher. So, and then he was also very informal, and then they had discussions with the teacher, and with his wife also, just like mother. So, but the other students, they were jealous and envious. So then they plot against him, and they poison the mind of the teacher, saying, well, when you are going to the village, for some shopping, whatever you do, then you don't know what the boy is doing with your wife. What? So he was a little doubtful, but no, it cannot be. Anyway, so one day he was going for some errands, just going to do some work. And going, because that time Gurukulas were in the forest, so you have to go many hours. You spend the whole day in the place there, and then you come back the next day. So, but then he was going, and then he came back quickly. Didn't go to the city, he just turned around in the forest and just came back. And it was at night, and then he saw the boy. He was talking with his wife. It was informal, but there was nothing wrong with that. It was just like a son talks with the mother, and then the informal, little, jolly. But he thought, yes, they were right. He is doing something inappropriate. So he chased the boy away. He said, "You are not my student anymore. Go." And at that time, when a teacher would chase a student away, then the whole society would turn back to him. They would not accept him. So even his own parents, they would not accept him. So then he was alone, and he didn't do anything wrong. So he was feeling a lot of grudge. So then he decided, and he was very intelligent, so he decided that, okay, let me take revenge on the society. And he became a dacoit. So then he got some machetes and and he would rob people on the roads. And for each person he would kill, he cut the little finger and put it in the mala. So they call him Anguli Mala. He was very rude, really. The king, when he came to hear about it, so he sent his soldiers, kill him. But the soldiers, they were going, and he was so intelligent, he would always escape. They were no match for him. So like that, it was going on for some years. The king was desperate. He could not do anything really. And one day, then the boy, which they call him Angulimala, then he saw a figure, some sadhu, walking on the road. He said, "I'll kill him." So he would run after him. And he's running full speed. But the distance is always the same. And the sadhu, he is walking peacefully, is running, and there is the same distance. He says, "What is this?" So similar like Madhuri Yashoda is thinking about, I'm tying Krishna with so much rope, but I cannot tie it. What is this? So then he realized this is something divine. So he dropped the weapons and then he just surrendered. At the time, then the person, he turned around and then it was Lord Buddha. And he surrendered to him, so he said, "Come with me." So he took him to his ashram. And in his ashram, then immediately he started to do service around the ashram. So gardening and so many things. He completely gave up on the dacoit mentality. Now, the king, he came to hear that the boy, he is in Buddha's ashram. So he immediately sent the soldiers there and to see what's happening. So now the soldiers come and they see, that's the boy. He is peaceful. He is not doing anything. So they inquire. They inquire from the people around the ashram, and they figure out he's reformed. There is no at all danger from him. So they just turned around and went away. No punishment. The karma didn't have to come to him because he learned his lesson. So Krishna, he does it the same way. So, when we are about to do something wrong or we did something wrong and we don't want the bad karma, supposedly, not to come, then we need to become more introspective. Okay, look, I did this. Why? Because I'm attached to it or because I wanted to. And but I need to learn my lesson. So, therefore, the bad karma is just the education, no educational tool to teach us, look, don't do it next time. If something happens unintentionally, unconsciously, then there is no mentality behind doing something wrong, then the karma, won't come, or it's something very, very minute. So this is how Krishna, he is trying to teach us. What is this material world? This material world is just a playground. It's us here playing around. We are playing to be Krishna. We cannot be Krishna in the spiritual world because Krishna is there. So we are trying to become one here. And it's just a playing. And Krishna, he is our Father. He is observing and he is looking. Okay, you want to play? Okay, go. No. Yeah, there is your sandpit. Just go and play as much as you want. When you get tired, let me know. I'll take you home. But if you are not tired, go on. So it's up to us how much time we want to take to realize that we are tired. We want to get tired. I have enough of this here. And if I don't, I have enough enjoyment, I have enough money, I have enough position, I have enough power, I like it. Okay, fine. So enjoy it. That's why you are here. But the consequences for you doing it will be yours. So if you really want to enjoy it, okay, you enjoy it. You think that you are a doer, okay, fine, you can do it. But you get the lessons to learn that we are not the Purusha. We are playing to be the Purusha, but we are not the one. So, and how long will it take us? It's up to us. So it's up to our consciousness how far or how much we want to remain here in this world and we want to enjoy this material energy thinking that it's ours. And until that time, then we will be getting good and bad results to learn to do the good things and avoid to doing the bad things. Now, if we are going to think about, okay, so then what actually is the ultimate good? Srila Prabhupada explains Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness is something which, Vaidhisarana Bhakti is something which elevates us from the bodily consciousness. The bodily consciousness is holding us here. Getting away from the bodily consciousness, then we start to realize that I am not this body, I am spirit soul. And the needs of the spirit soul are different than what I think that me as body I need here, I want here. So, then if we would want to think about how to define actually the Krishna consciousness, what to do. Because we need to know the goal, we need to know the prayojana, we need to know where we are going. Even when we say, okay, just chant Hare Krishna, But still, we need to know why we are chanting Hare Krishna. Who is Krishna? What do I know about Krishna? We hear Krishna is a person, but do we know Krishna? To know Krishna and to know ourselves, that's what the Sambandha Gyan is. So we need to look into it. So in a nutshell, if you really want to get more deeply into it, then you can look at how do we get to know Krishna? How do we come to know the absolute truth? Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, Tadvidi pranipatana pariprashna seva uparikshanti tegyanam jnanina satadarshana. He says, you approach the spiritual master submissively, render service, ask questions, and he will reveal the truth, whatever he knows. It's clear. So, how do we get then to be submissive? How do we learn? What does it mean to be submissive? Then in Shikshastakam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he explains, Strīṇāṁ sunichna, tarapi sayishna, amani namanadena, kirtanya sadahari. Right? There are 4 qualities: be humble, tolerant, selfless, and respectful. You develop those, then you can certainly, with submission, approach the spiritual master with respect, humility, selflessness, and tolerance. So then, the spiritual master, what he does? Now, he helps us to learn whatever in the beginning. He helps us to understand the process of Vaidhisarana Bhakti. He helps us to understand that what we need to do and what we need to avoid, yama niyama, right? And by practicing, then we come to the higher stages of devotional service. From Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, and ultimately Prema. So then we are trying for that. And so then at the higher stages now, then we start to understand that actually, I am not this body. There is a Paramatma who is always telling me what to do. But I don't listen. I'm like a teenager. Don't tell me. Parents, you don't know anything. I know everything. So we are like this. But then when we little mature, then we figure out, actually, he really means well to me. So please tell me again. I'm so sorry, but tell me again. I'll do it now. So that's what the Shiksha and Diksha Guru was like. He's leading us to understand the Chaitya Guru. And now, to understand the process of devotional service, to interact with the devotees, how do we do that? So Rupa Goswami, he gives us the verse, Dharati pratigrihnati, guhimakti prichati. Right? Bhunkte bojayate. So, 6 exchanges, loving exchanges, which we need to practice among devotees, because the same exchanges are practiced in the spiritual world also. With respect, with humility, with tolerance, and selfless. Practice. Then, we need to, the respect now comes in the 5th verse. Then he describes just how do we respect devotees. Then the Kanishtarikari, then you respect the devotee in the mind. You offer obeisances to the Madhyamadikari. And you associate with the Uttamadikaris, because, and why he specifically mentions into one qualification. He mentions few, but one, he doesn't criticize. We need to avoid any namaparad, Vaishnava parad especially, because this is a very big stumbling block for us to progress. So, and where do we want to progress? What is actually our prayojana? What is our goal? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Asti Shava Padaratam Pinastuma. That's the prayojana, that's what we want. We want to please Krishna. No matter what my situation is, whatever situation Krishna puts me in, I'm always happy that I can anyway help. Whether I make me happy or sad, whatever, but I'm happy that it helped Krishna. And we see so many instances. I mean, we see even like Jai Vijay, who were accused not properly. But, okay, Lord Vishnu gets pleased when we become demons, fine. Okay, let's go for it. We see Tukaram Maharaj, when in Pandharpur, Panduranga, he's making so much fun of him. He's making him suffer. But that suffering is just to show how great devotee he is. So there are so many instances. So that's what we are trying to achieve. So these, the rati pratigrihnati, these are exchanges, and that makes the devotional service personal. We need to work on the personal aspects. There is a lot of impersonal aspects in what we do. I just chant. I don't disturb. I chant. No. Sometimes, even devotees say, well, all you can do is just chant. Don't think about anything else. But that's not the process. We need to really look into and want to understand the relationship. And the funny thing is that Srila Prabhupada, he talks about it. It's in his books. He even wrote an essay as a background to a study guide to Bhagavad Gita based on the Dashamula. Dashamula means Sambandha Abhidaya Prayojana. Nobody uses. Nobody uses. And the book is there. It's in the folio. How many know that the book exists or the essay exists? So, Srila Prabhupada, he wanted us to study Gita. And of course, as we are studying Gita chronologically, it's important. But we should also look how to study it thematically. We should look how to study based on the Sambandha Gyan, Abhidaya Gyan and Prayojana Gyan. It's important. Otherwise, why would he write it? So, that's when we want to really understand then what Srila Prabhupada is talking about. Then we want to understand then what's going on here. Now, what is happening with Diti? Now, what is happening with us? What is happening with Puranjana later on? To understand the reality and to understand what can I actually do about it. And if I do something about it, where do I want to end? What is my goal? These things are extremely important to understand. Because we have got these few years here to do something about it. And at the end of our life, it depends on what is our desire. What do we want? Oh, actually, the life here in the material world wasn't so bad. Okay, great. Okay, you can take another lifetime and then do. Or we can decide, I'm tired. Please, Father, take me home. Our choice. So, everybody is making their own choice. Everybody is responsible for their choices individually. You cannot blame somebody else for your decision. You made the decision, you made the activity, you take the responsibility. So before you do something, educate yourself. Learn what to do and what not to do. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yes. Do you have a mic somewhere?
Maharaj, thank you for that class. So someone trying to follow this history, realizing this Diti, she's the sister of Parvati. I mean, we're about the supreme humans in the universe, way beyond on earth level, sure. Way beyond. And she falls. And she can't overcome the material and the sex desire. So someone would say, well, then what's her hope?
Sure.
What hope is there for us?
Yes.
Someone may, I'm just following this story. It would be, if she can overcome her human puny qualities and puny intelligence overcome.
Sure. Now, okay, that's Diti. But we can talk also about Lord Brahma.
All of these stories,
Lord Brahma is the highest living entity in the universe. And he falls down with lusty desires.
There's some hope.
Okay. So then, now first let's look into what happened when Lord Brahma fall down. Change the battery there. So, Lord Brahma, he falls down. He's not denying it. No, it happened. At that time, there was not many people in the universe yet. So at that time, his sons, they come, and they are not telling, oh, look at you, you lusty guy. They come, pranipata, pariprashna, sevaya. Say, my Lord, what have happened? We think that this is not appropriate. Immediately, he understood, he gave the mentality, and it was fixed. Nobody ever mentioned that episode again. He did not lose his position. He did not need any more punishment because the mentality, the consciousness fixed, and he was again pure. So, now for us, it may not work like this. So, now, what we need to do, first of all, we need to understand why is it happening to us. What is the cause of us wanted to commit sinful activities? So it comes from the anarthas. We have accumulated anarthas from many, many previous lifetimes and in this lifetime also. And then these anarthas are described as a papa bija, or a seed of sinful desires. And as a seeds, they are sitting somewhere in the heart and unnoticed. But when you put the seed in the ground, starts growing, so when proper situation arises, the seed starts growing into a desire. And then
I'm waiting for the hope part.
We are coming to it.
I got 1 million seeds.
Sure, you are not alone. So that's your hope. So we need to develop, we need to get rid of them. But we have to know, I have no power to remove them. So then how do I remove them? What's the hope for me? The hope is that Krishna will help me to remove them. How can I ask Krishna to remove them? Krishna, he is respecting my free will. So as long as I am attached to the anarthas, Krishna will not touch. Krishna will leave it. Okay, you want to enjoy? Fine. You want to play in the sand pit? Okay, fine, do it. I have no problem. You want to play one lifetime, million lifetimes? No problem. I'm always here for you. Whenever you are ready, tell me and I'll take you. So, he is not in hurry. He is always Bhakta Vatsala. Time doesn't mean anything for him because he is the time. So there is no problem from his side. It's problem for our side. How in hurry we are. So then, when we decide, okay, I am done. I am tired. We need to develop the desire. Krishna, I don't want these anarthas anymore. And if we are sincere, Krishna will remove them. Anartha and everything will happen immediately. But it's our desire. We only can control our desire, nothing else. So when we say with full sincerity, Krishna, please purify my heart, he will immediately do it. One chanting of the holy name can purify the whole universe. But we don't want to be purified. We say so, but we don't want to. We are attached to our activities. Therefore, we keep the anarthas as they are. There was one incident when Ramanujacharya, he was sitting at the bank of a lake with his disciple, eating prasad. And some crumbles from the prasad fell into the lake. Fish, they took the crumbles. And the fish changed into four-hand form and went to Vaikuntha. And the disciples said, wow, what is this? How is it possible? Just a crumble of your prasad and they go to Vaikuntha? And we are eating tons of your prasad every day and we are still here. Attachment. So we are chanting the holy name, we are doing devotional activities, we are eating prasad and we are attached to our attachments. And that's why free will, you want to keep them? Keep them, no problem. So when we develop the desire, I don't want to do it anymore. I have enough of it. At the time, Krishna will purify. Because you see, Krishna will not purify our heart against our will. We don't want to be purified and then he comes and purifies our heart. Then wait a minute, I just wanted to do something, but I forgot what I wanted to do something. Krishna, that's not love. Krishna, he is loving us, so he will show us, he will teach us how to realize that he is the person who loves us. He will not force us to love him. He will make us realize, to desire to love him. That's what he wants. So he doesn't mind creating the whole material universe. He doesn't mind creating unlimited of these universes. No, unlimited planets, just for us to be born in the specific place, to learn specific things, to realize, I don't want it anymore. But we need to say, we need to mean it. And then the purification happens in a moment. But until then, we are stuck with our anarthas. So the hope is that we associate with people who have gone through it, and who have seen the truth, who can tell us. So Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada, the association with those devotees, those shastras, help us to understand, okay, well, all these things, I'm not alone, it doesn't happen only to me, but I see that everybody is conditioned. But in Bhagavatam, I see how the devotees, what did they do to get rid of the conditioning? I should follow them. They are a nice example. I want to be like them. I will do what they say. And then develop the right desire, and then with the desire, everything will be purified. Is that hope enough?
Getting a higher taste to that seriousness, then the process could help me to really be sincere about not wanting anything material.
Yeah, but the higher taste, we maintain our lower taste. And that's why the higher taste is little escaping. So the qualification is, it's like we need to get some qualification before we can move forward, we can understand. But sometimes people argue, well, if Krishna is existing, show me Krishna. If you don't show me Krishna, I don't believe. But are you qualified to see Krishna? No. It's like a medical practitioner, right? He wants to open a clinic. First they will ask, do you have a diploma? If you have a diploma, you have qualification, you can open a clinic. But you have not a diploma, you cannot open a clinic. So you have to qualify yourself. So our qualification starts with controlling our senses, controlling our mind, even though it's difficult, but the intention that we really want to. So the desire, that's what we need to work on. So you want to experience some higher taste, desire it. That's the way how you get to understand. And Krishna, he is there and he is individually dealing with us. We don't have to be worried about that. He is guiding us every step of our life exactly through what we need to experience for us to get rid of our attachments.
Coming to Mayapur and seeing the deities, how gorgeous, that's a higher taste for my eyes.
Yes.
Hearing the Kirtan Mela and singing along, that is a much higher taste for my hearing and my tongue, along with tasting prasadam. And I think our process is creating the spiritualized senses.
Yes, yes.
So I think someone once said, don't ever leave ISKCON and the process, and you'll get all of this nectar in your senses and mind.
Haribol. Hare Krishna.
You did such an excellent job of showing the cost to benefit, that when we don't surrender to Krishna, the cost is so high. But if we just surrender, we save ourselves so much trouble. And it reminds me how Krishna explains this in Bhagavad Gita, particularly the last verse of the 3rd chapter, where he says that we can conquer this lust by deliberate spiritual intelligence. And deliberate means to think it over. We have to think over our actions and think what is going to be the result of this action. Like you said, maybe you can elaborate on more how to keep that fixed in our mind of what's going to be the result of my actions. How do we keep that fixed in our mind?
Okay, maybe just like in a nutshell, then that's the function of the intelligence and the mind. Now we need to understand that there are like 2 voices always in our head. The intelligence is the one who is higher, and then it's also telling us what is right and wrong. The mind only tells us what I like and don't like. And we can understand now these 2 voices, especially when there is some situation we don't really like to do. So like waking up in the morning in the winter, and you need to go and take bath, and there is no current, so then there is no hot water. Then you start in the bed, you contemplate, well, should I wake up and take bath, but it's going to be cold and I don't like it. Or should I just stay in the bed and say, oh, I cannot come today because I got sick. So whom are we going to listen? We can listen to the mind who says, no, stay in the bed, it's nice. The intelligence says, no, wake up, come on, and then go, you'll be late. So we pick and choose. Sometimes the mind wins, sometimes the intelligence wins. But when we want to do the right thing, we need to give the voice to the intelligence. And the mind has to be subservient to the intelligence. The mind actually, the purpose of the mind is to point, is to show this is the goal. And the intelligence is supposed to find a way how to get to the goal. So now when we have one pointed mind, then the intelligence has very easy job to get there. But when the mind is disturbed, then the goal is, I want it, oh, I want it, oh, I want it, no, actually, I want it. Oh. And then the intelligence gets all crazy. How am I going to do this, all this, and it's not possible. So the intelligence then becomes subservient to the mind, and then we are just on the mental platform. We are just do whatever we like, and we make many mistakes. So we need to grab the mind and then point it to, okay, this is our goal, and then fix it. Sometimes there are going to be some difficulties, but okay, it happened again. This is the goal, and just keep putting to the one goal, and then use the intelligence to educate the intelligence to properly Guru Sadhu Shastra, and understand what is the way, how can I achieve the goal. So that's, and in the process, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is the mind, we need to beat with the shoe, beat with the broom, beat it, because it's going to give some trouble sometime. But the mind is very useful when it's doing the job. When we let the mind being disturbed, it becomes very difficult to deal with.
I try to remember what Krishna says in the 6th chapter, that wherever the mind wanders, one should pull it back under the control of the self. So it has to be kept on a leash like that horse or the dog.
Yeah.
And let the leash go, you get in trouble.
Or beat it with the shoe. Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, in the morning with the broom, in the evening with the shoe. You can try.
One commentary. To surrender to Krishna means actually to surrender to the Guru, because he is the representative of Krishna. So we cannot directly surrender to Krishna.
Yes.
We have to do it through Guru. But my question is, we are devotees, we surrender, and still we are suffering. What is the reason for this?
So, and then what does it mean, surrender? See, we may think, I'm surrendered. But when I'm asked something to do, oh, no, I don't want to do that. No, oh, it's too difficult for me, I'll do something else. Because even within the surrender, then you have many levels of surrender. So, we still maintain, like surrender, right? Surrender is that ultimate surrender, that whatever Krishna instructs, then we do, without any question. But we need to be sure that it's Krishna who is saying that, not our mind.
This is why we have Guru.
Yes, but now Guru, he is going to teach us, and we still, as long as we are maintaining our attachments, we will not understand exactly what he is saying. We need to be willing to give up the attachments for us to understand what actually he is instructing us. So, as long as we maintain our attachments, we are conditioned by the anarthas in the heart. He tells us, follow the four regulative principles. But if I have some anarthas to break the principles, then when the situation comes, I have no control over it. So then it happens. Then what do? Then, again, you have to know, okay, that was wrong. I have to now fix up and again find a way how I need to follow, I need to do. Because that's the way that the mind sometimes overpowers our intelligence. And we fall for some nonsense.
Even though we don't want to do it, as
Yes.
like a dictator or...
The intelligence tells you not to do it. You know you don't want to do it. You know. Now, Kashyapa Muni, he knows it's wrong. He knows, but he is going to do it. Because, Diti says, and then he is obliged to her. Dasharat Maharaj. Kaikeyi tells him, no, don't let Rama to be king. He knows it's wrong, but he is going to do it. Of course, the situation was a little bit different, because he's a kshatriya, he gave a promise, but it's like this. So then, the mind tells us, and we are so conditioned that we just, okay, nobody's looking, it's fine. Is that okay?
Sorry, Maharaj. Maharaj, you told about this. That means I don't like to do, but sometimes I'm somehow engaged.
Yeah.
But is it possible that we have to forcefully do? Like Prabhupada in Purport of Bhagavad Gita, he tells, mind is fickle. So one has to engage his mind forcefully by thinking of Krishna. Suppose I have desire to do, but I don't want. Forcefully stop. No do. Nothing. Is there any problem if I forcefully stop it?
Well, but what is forcefully? Forcefully means vachavegam, manasakrodavegam, jivavegam, udarapashtavegam. That's forcefully. So you engage yourself in the activities to avoid, to control first the senses. Then you control yourself not to do wrong things, because you will get into the senses. Only the third thing will be do something positive. But first you have to avoid doing the negative. It's like you are trying to make a fire. If you are pouring water on the wood and try to make the fire, it won't work. First you need to stop pouring the water, dry the wood. Then only you can light the fire. So yes, we have to understand we are full of anarthas, we are full of desires, and they are nonsense. I want to get rid of them. That knowing, okay, there is some inspiration, there is some higher taste, okay, that's something which I want to achieve. But I will not be able to taste it unless I really get disgusted, detached from the lower taste. So that helps us. But we need to make the decision. And as long as we are attached to them, we maintain them. They will stay with us. No chanting of the holy name or no prasada will help us if we are attached to the anarthas. But as soon as we detach ourselves from, I don't want them. Just one chanting of the holy name or one crumble of prasad will purify you completely. That's
whether we like or don't like, just I hope if I'll do it, follow the instruction of Acharya, one day will come,
Yes.
it will work, and I will
Yes.
be success.
Yes.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj, for your nice inspiring class. So you spoke about karma. If a disciple is suffering, then we say his karma. And if we see spiritual master suffering physically, so what is his karma or not?
What karma? See, the spiritual master, he is not under the influence of Mahamaya. No. Like when Dronacharya, he is letting himself be caught by the crocodile. It's a karma. He's supposed to be eaten or something. No, this is just a test for his disciples to see who is actually able to do something about it. No. So, yes, the spiritual master, he goes through it, but Haridas Thakur, he's being beaten. Is this karma? No. The Lord sometimes uses his devotees to show how great devotees they are. No. So, it's not up to us to decide to say, oh, is this karma or no? Oh, because in contrary, actually, what is Bhagavatam saying, or where does Krishna shows his devotee the greatest mercy? When he becomes Hari, he takes away. He takes away his position, possessions, relationships, money, everything what he has, and he takes away. So then he can be free of attachments and surrender to Krishna. But he will not do it to anyone who doesn't want it. We need to actively, we need to want it. Krishna, please become Hari. And not just saying it. We need to want it. Then Krishna will do it. And then it will look like, oh, bad karma. Because you will lose everything. You will be miserable in eyes of others. But you will be blissful because now you realize how you can surrender to Krishna. That's how he works. Hare Krishna. Okay, last one then, yeah.
Maharaj, thank you very much for your class where you made it so clear that we should have this one-pointed desire to surrender to Krishna. Just one detail also about this law of karma which puzzled me was that you presented the law of karma as something flexible, while as Srimad Bhagavatam seems to present it as something very rigid. Like there's this story of the king who was like perfectly executing all his duties, but there was like one tiny mistake somewhere. I don't remember now. Probably you remember. So, but then in his next life he had to suffer so badly for this one mistake. While in your example, this dacoit did all these horrible murders and everything, but then very easily he got excused. So, and also another story in Bhagavatam of the Muni who got pierced on a wooden stick because in his childhood he had pierced an insect with some weed. So actually he adjusted the law of karma, saying that this is not right. He appealed to Yamaraj, and the law of karma got adjusted so that under the age of, I don't know, 16, you don't get affected by the law of karma. So the way I see it, but you can prove me wrong gladly, is that in your example about the Buddha taking away the karma, it's just exactly because Buddha is none other than a manifestation of Krishna. He's one of the 10 avatars. So he is able to just take away this karma. But normally it would not be like that.
He didn't take it away. He was inspiration for that boy to surrender. That's a different thing. He wanted to surrender. That's why he got rid of his karma. No. And we see Krishna is always taking care of us. Like an example of Bharat Maharaj. He is great devotee. He goes to the forest. He is doing austerity. And he made just one mistake. And he remembers a deer when he is now leaving his body. So then, okay, suffer karma. Now you go and become a deer. But Krishna is not giving up on him. He is showing him his mercy. How? That he remembers who he was. So he is in a deer body, but he understands that he was a sage, and he got here because of his education. he need to learn a lesson. So immediately he understood. So then he left the body of the deer, and he immediately got transferred into the body of a brahmana. But there, he did not want to do anything with the material world. So he played dumb, Jada Bharat. And he only was thinking about Krishna all the time. Because he wanted to. So now it's really up to us what we decide that we want to do. We need to take the responsibility. So the karma is just nothing, just really the tool to teach us. The boy, he was taking revenge, but somehow he got impressed by the pure soul. So then, that was enough for him, and he surrendered and then got rid of his attachments, his karma. Now we are more unfortunate, you can say, because we are in the dham, we have so many opportunities, but instead we are making Vaishnava parat, we are criticizing, we are making offenses towards the dham, and we think I can do anything I want. So what are we hoping for? How are we hoping that Krishna will be pleased with us? In Upadeshamrita, he says, you should associate the devotees who are free of criticizing. He specifically mentions that. So, now, if that's so important, then first I have to now desire not to criticize. Then to look for who is not criticizing. But if he's criticizing, so why should I not criticize? Oh, he's criticizing me, I have to criticize back. No. And nobody will say anything because that's how in material world it works. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, right? But it doesn't work for us getting closer to the spiritual world. So we have to decide what we want. What kind of justice you want. There are different kinds of justice depending on a different level of consciousness. Are we talking about material, bodily consciousness, or we want to get above that? Because ultimately, everybody is a pure jiva. Just, most people don't know, they forgot. But they will also eventually come to know. So if we develop respect for everyone, then we will have much better chance to understand how to please Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki